All right, lads. So the end of month banner has officially been announced. I'm currently sick right now, so if I sound a tad bit weird, it is because of that. And so much so, I've already recorded the video, and I wasn't recording. So I already know what some of the characters do here. But one thing I want to say right now, real quick, artwork, I'm really liking all three. And it's very interesting that they went the route with Nodt being a, you know, his character portrait is him in the base, but then in the back it is the transforming one. So I'm very curious to see if this character is a transforming character or if he even is in his transform state at all. I'd be kind of disappointed if he isn't. But this was the banner that was leaked, DRISCOLL, Nodt, and also NANANA. So let's go down and see what these characters have to offer. So first up, Nodt is going to be the limit breaker character of the month. So with that, one of the unique things this character is going to offer here, and I guess it's maybe Caleb's way of introducing the fear mechanic, I guess, or ability that Nodt does have. He's a character that can constantly debuff. So his SA2, his special move, is a debuff effect, and then his EX attack is a map-wide AoE attack, or at least a wide range one, with also a super debuff. So that's the first type of EX move that we've seen in terms of super debuffs. And the thing with debuff attacks is that they've never been good because they only ever affect one wave. But in the case for Nodt, in this case, you have three attacks there. So 3 out of the 5 Guild Quest waves, if you're using them in Guild Quest, can now be debuffed. So that sounds kind of interesting. I do like the idea of it. And with that in mind, he is a speed character with a Ranky Killer Plus. And he's the first speed melee character with a rank killer that we have seen since 7th anniversary Ichigo, so it has been quite some time. One thing I do like is that he does have full stamina damage only, reduced strong attack cooldown 6%. That's something the original one did have, so I kind of like the idea of it. And that's going to work very well with his SA2, since it does have a longer than usual cooldown. Scrolling down though, I'm not fully sold on Nodt right now in terms of skills, which is unfortunate to say because it is Nodt. But since he is a Guild Quest character, he does have 2 Guild Quest skills in melee damage and also Frenzy +2 only in Guild Quest, Killer Effect plus 30%, for example. He is lacking Berserk here, unfortunately. Obviously, in Guild Quest, the character is going to be just fine. And even outside of Guild Quest, he should be fine since he does have weakening and the debuff effect. And, you know, he does actually have that extra damage output at full stamina. But I do find it weird as the limit breaker character of the month, he was given 60% devastation instead of 60% Berserker, right? Comparing Nodt to Giselle, for example, I would have much preferred just having Frenzy 2 everywhere and then 100% more damage to weakened enemies to make up for the fact that you are given Frenzy +3. So, for a limit breaker character, Nodt doesn't seem like super crazy in my opinion, but I'm more interested right now on the gameplay aspect because is he even in the transformed state? Does this mean we can get another Nodt? I'm not too sure, but I'm here for it because I'm a fan of Nodt, right? Next up, we have NANANA. Now, NANANA's kind of interesting with the way they did design him, right? So, when we started to get Statism and Plus like a month ago, I did make a video talking about the potential of this on normal attack damage characters, and maybe it does open up the door for them to be given the 80% attack boost. So what we are seeing here is that he almost could have got that. He almost could have got that because he has Flurry +2, the standard killer effect and ranged effects. He has a high bruiser value at 50 plus 35%, so the standard for a NAD character like this. And as a ranged character with long reach, that honestly is really good. And then with that in mind, he does have 40% more damage to paralyzed enemies and then also an additional 30%. And since this character wants to be used in the ranged Downritter Guild Quest, you can use him alongside Toshiro, who should hopefully inflict freeze right away. And then on top of that, since this character has Paralysis Plus, he can inflict his stars a minute and then get that, 70% extra damage. So I'm also, for a normal attack damage character, liking what this character is offering, especially for the fact that he does have an increased stars chance. Honestly though, this was like the perfect character to introduce the attack boost on, and that would have been even crazier, especially for someone like NANANA. I never expected this character to be anything more than a NAD character, but scrolling down to a character that surprised everyone. This is insane. Like, I'm actually kind of annoyed at this because Nodt's in the same banner. How did Nodt not get this? So this is when I realized in my initial video that I wasn't recording. I can't believe they've done this. I've been low-key hyping up DRISCOLL because his whole thing is that the more kills he gets, the stronger he gets. That's his shift ability. And Caleb actually listened to that, which is super funny. They put that into the character's kit, but I feel like they went a bit overkill because, like, which, pun intended, because how is this character better than Nodt? What are we seeing? Look at this. So he has 4 enemies defeated bonuses, melee damage, Berserker, Devastation, and then an extra 100% Devastation. 160% Devastation is crazy. And then you look at this. He's got Rampage. He's got Rampage. How do we... No way they actually put Rampage on DRISCOLL. Mind you, last year they put Rampage on 1 unit. And DRISCOLL's got Rampage. On top of it, enemies defeat bonus. Nah, you're taking the Caleb. In the same battle of Nodt, I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. So in this case, he has Frenzy +2, 50% Berserker, and also Rampage with the 80% Spiritual Pressure boost. He's insane. He's insane. How is Driscoll like the best character in this banner when Esnot's in the same banner? And he's Human Killer Plus. Is he a melee character? So unfortunately for Guild Quest, he is competing with Soifon. And does he have an increased star damage chance? He does. Yeah, that's insane. What star damage can he inflict? Is it Lacerate? Lacerate Plus. Yeah, man. I'm here for it. I love that they did this. They also gave him a charged strong attack 3, which is something that we haven't seen in a while, by the way. And also a superior strong attack 2. Like, what is going on? Again, I'm here for it. I love that they did this because it's kind of in a meme that they were going to give him Rampage. But, like, seeing this and then seeing how Esnot can even get Berserker is like, bro, what? Why have we done this? Why have we done this? It's weird. I don't know. But looking at the filler pool, damn. I love that. I love that. I love that. Yes, I love that. All right, so the filler pool here, really good, by the way. Damn. So we have Ishin, Senjumaru, and Kyogre. Finally, some good fillers. Alongside that, we have Chad, Yamamoto. Like, out of some of the older fighters in your Blood War units, they're acceptable. And then also, Lige. This is an easy summon. It honestly, like, all 3 characters are great. Right now, first impression is that I wish Esnot was better. But I'm kind of here for a super overpowered Driscoll. I find that super funny, I will be honest. And I can definitely make use of both Esnot and also Nanana. And I just had a look at the Limit Breaker rules. So yeah, like, Driscoll's the Limit Breaker unit. Esnot's not even the Limit Breaker unit. Which is super weird because he got the EX attack. He's the first character they're talking about. So you would expect him to be given the Limit Breaker treatment, but no, instead it was actually Driscoll, which is a weird time now. I'm not like super mad about it, but that is like a bit weird and disappointing to a certain extent. All right then, so let's see it. Let's see the gameplay. That's actually his character pose too. So is he not in his vote standing then? Are we really doing this? Does that mean we're getting another Esnot? Really? I'm very confused on this unit right now. I'm kind of hoping we are getting another one. There's no, because he's not a transforming character, right? They would have mentioned that. If he's a transforming character, it makes up for it. He's not. I'm very confused right now. Very confused. I mean, if he's not in his Tartaforus form, that means we're getting another Esnot, right? So like, I don't know. I'm very confused right now. I'm not gonna lie.
All of Esnot's attacks.
Yeah, he's not in his vote standing, huh?
This allows him to reduce the damage received from enemies to 1.
Why have we done this?
Massive damage in return. Furthermore,
ooh,
because Weaken Plus is a plus type.
I'm liking the SA3. I'm liking the visuals thus far. Like, this looks way better than the original one.
To push their disadvantage further. Also, his special moves
this feels more Esnot-like. Damn, that's his SA2?
Exceptionally useful against powerful enemies with high
this feels like a remake of the original one because he wasn't as good. Like, that EX attack is literally his SA3.
Compared to other EX moves,
well, actually, now it's Esnot using his actual fear abilities and no...
allows him to use his EX move between strong attacks.
And no semblance accurate, you know?
Also has 2 valuable
yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, Caleb. So you can see here that they are using Giselle in the team. Because I'm pretty sure Giselle's returning soon.
He can also
for anyone saying for Giselle and Bambi.
Poise break, except brave battles. Finally, when coupled with his Aaroniero killer,
I really like the character's visuals, man. I'm not gonna lie. But why is it not Tartaforus? And we know he does it in the Soul Bomb, so like, what's going on?
Esnot excels in Guild Quest with Aaroniero killer.
What's going on?
Increased melee damage rules. Next,
the weakening plus is good though.
Here are the normal attacks. His normal attacks.
I like the Nat string. It's weird to see him as a melee character. I was wondering how they make him a melee character, but I guess he just puts his fear codes
strong attacks. Strong attack
on the floor
in front of the character and inflicts damage.
So SA1's like a vacuum-like vortex. It's a pretty good strong attack. Pretty good in GQ as well for grouping everyone up.
The second strong attack.
I'm going to assume that SA2
character and attacks forward.
Is like a
also inflicts debuff.
A 960 around him.
Here is
or a pretty decent area around him.
This attack goes
I really like that SA3. Nice.
Finally, special
and then we have the Soul Bomb,
where
he does the transform, right? Oh. That's cool.
And that wraps it up.
That's it though. Like, what are we doing? Why does he not stay in that form, huh? I'm so confused. That is so weird. That is so weird. This kind of gives me hope that we're getting another Esnot, but like, how did we not get Esnot in that transformed state? What is going on, Caleb? What is going on? Nanana's model is good though. So like, in this, because this is season 2 Nanana, he only does like 1 attack. So I'm pretty sure it's someone's going to be the the jump up attack he does against Byakuya.
Now,
And I don't assume we're getting a season 3
all of Nanana's
Nanana.
attacks can inflict paralysis plus.
Yeah,
allowing him
literally
to
the one
stop
attack
his
he does.
enemies in
That's
their
going to be his
tracks
whole kit.
while unleashing attacks against
Yeah,
them.
his SA1 is the same
Also,
thing.
since paralysis
Naturally
plus
was good
is a
though.
plus type status ailment,
What the quest
it
do?
can be inflicted on enemies already
I kind of like that.
infected with it.
Yeah,
That's
so right
inflicted
now,
damage
if you use these 3
60,
characters, we're going to have a very good time
boost
in
damage
these
against
Stamrated Guild
enemies
quests.
inflicted with status ailment.
If we ever get a new Stamrated Guild quest lead, I really hope they're
He also possesses the high value soul
a
trait,
Quincy character.
normal attack
That
damage
can
plus
buff Quincy's too, that'd be
35%,
great.
which combined with the skill normal attack
So obviously you're not going to want to main him in
50%
Guild Quest, but he'll
gives
make for a good
Nanana
side.
or
Yeah, he's going to
non-control
constantly
character
paralyze. That's
Guild
going to be
Quest
crazy.
with Stern Writ to Kill,
Really good for crowd control
increased
too.
range
And again,
level
I don't have
attacks.
Candice, so I definitely do need a
His
Nat
normal
character like
attacks
him.
are very strong.
Honestly, I kind of like what this
Here is
character
the second
looks
strong
like
attack.
because I never
Strong
expected
attack
anything
two
more.
gathers enemies in front of the
Like, there's
character,
very
inflicts
little
damage.
that Caleb had to work with this unit, but I kind of like it. It's alright. It's alright.
Here is the third strong attack. This attack goes full
Maybe we
screen.
could get a season 3 Nanana. I don't think anyone wants that though. Alright, let's see the soul bomb. Nice. Oh, it's Byakuya. And he does the jump attack. That is kind of cool. I like that.
And
I like
wraps
that.
it up for
And then Big Driscoll. Big Driscoll. I can't believe we're in a...
Driscoll is a
He's
technical character
huge.
with
Hey,
a
yo.
plus recharge
His soul bomb
time
is the
minus
Bankai. I'm hoping he
40%.
uses the
He has
Bankai in the
a melee
gameplay.
strong attack.
Damn,
His
I
attacks
can't believe
can
Driscoll's
only inflict
OP.
lacerate plus.
I can't believe Driscoll's
Also,
OP.
he possesses the enemy's
This is
defeated
insane.
bonus, which activates
Superior
bonuses
strong attack as
depending
well,
on how
bro.
many
What?
enemies he has to
What are we
defeat.
doing?
Increased melee damage
What are we doing,
20%,
Caleb?
defeat
How did
40
Eslo not get all
enemies,
this?
then
And
after
again, a charge strong
40
attack 3.
enemies, 60%
We've not seen that in years, by the
60
way.
enemies,
We've really not seen that in
devastation,
years.
100
It's kind of been phased out
skills.
for the 2-stage charge strong attack like Kenpachi and True Shika Ichigo have, for example. But a traditional charge strong attack 3,
Now,
we've
let's
not
see
seen
this
in
character
years.
in action.
Alright, so I'm assuming he doesn't
Driscoll's
use...
attacks can inflict
He's got his
lacerate
pole.
allowing him to seal his enemy's strong attack.
Okay, I guess that's kind of cool. They actually turned that
continuous
into his
damage.
gameplay.
Plus, Driscoll has various enemies defeated bonuses.
I would have preferred if he was
to
using the
increase melee
Bankai throughout the
damage
entire kit, though,
20%
I'll be honest.
and Berserker 30%.
Okay, that's kind of clean. Hold on, that's kind of clean. As a charge strong attack 3? Nah.
60%.
Why has Driscoll got all the drip?
With 100 enemies, he gets devastation 100%.
Oh, that's clean.
When
I like
combined
that.
with the skill
I like
Devastation
that.
60 boosts
I
critical
can't believe he
damage
got
by
Rampage, man.
100%, making him stronger.
You know, if
Every
Esnot
enemy
wasn't kind of
defeated,
done dirty here,
Not only that, but he can nullify enemy
I'd be
points
super happy with his
before
banner.
break, except brave battles. Meanwhile, his second strong attack
And he has a
is
good kit
superior
too,
strong attack, offering tremendous damage.
a
at the
what, a
cost
beam
of a
lunge
slightly
into a
longer
charge
cooldown.
SA3? Like, that kind of
Additionally,
works.
His strong attack 3 is a charged attack, causing massive
Would he be better than
destruction when
Soifon?
fully charged.
I'm not too
Finally,
sure.
He has Human Killer Plus and increased status ailment.
I feel like
chance against
Soifon's kit will be more
humans,
smooth to
which
use.
makes him
He's actually
enemies
really
appear.
big though. It's kind of
Next,
crazy
Let's look more closely at
how
his
tall he
attacks.
is.
Here are the normal attacks. His normal attacks.
Oh, he
contain
actually
4 melee
incorporates
attacks.
the Bankai into the Nat string. That's cool. I honestly thought they were going to make the Bankai his whole kit. But I do like
Now,
that they
for the strong
incorporated
attacks, spreads
his
out wide,
actual attacks
forward.
and also the Bankai that he did still. That's something that Sangdu doesn't do. Sangdu's
Here
whole
is the
kit
second
is
strong
literally
attack.
Yonimaru.
Strong attack
Even
2
though he actually
deals damage
showcased an
pushing
attack
forward.
himself, but we never actually
This
see that.
attack is a
So I
superior
do
strong
prefer
attack.
this route. It's similar to the original Esnot too, right?
Here
If you're
is
gonna
the
have a
third
character
strong
that
attack.
steals a Bankai,
Strong
make them
attack
playable,
3 deals
it's
damage
definitely
around
better
the character.
to have them use both of their attacks, right? So they don't feel like a clone of Toshiro or Byakuya, for example, or in this case, Shojiro.
Finally,
I can't
is
believe we have
Shojiro.
a charge
Bankai.
strong attack 3 though. Again, we rarely ever see that.
Q.
Nice. I'm liking the background. Hey. That's kind of nice. I like that. I like that. Driscoll's insane. Right, so real quick, let me rewind that. Because one thing I do want to point out, I actually really like the background for Driscoll's special. Because one of the things we've been seeing is the unique backgrounds with the red background, right? But it's super simple. It's just a red sky. More often than not, it's like a gray box. But in this case, we have like the clouds from Society, when it was actually first invaded. So I kind of like that. It adds to the soul bomb. And I'm glad they at least included all the attacks he tried to do against Yama that amounted to nothing because he just countered it. So, going back to the game. So, in conclusion, and I am re-recording this part because my thoughts have kind of changed to a certain extent. Nanana looks great for a normal attack damage character. Driscoll is like super broken. Like I don't think anyone has, the only thing you can complain about Driscoll is that he's too good because like it's Driscoll, right? But from animated game, it kind of makes sense. The character is just designed to get stronger the more kills he gets. And I'm just really glad he kind of took that in consideration when making this character, because that's the cool fan service you want to see, you know? Having said that, I do think they went maybe a tad bit overboard here, because being given enemies defeated bonuses and then also Rampage is like super crazy. I honestly thought he would be given one or the other, but maybe it's also worth mentioning too that this is the first technique character to be given Rampage. So that's honestly kind of cool. I think the big talk of the town obviously is going to be Nodt. I think from just a gameplay standpoint, I'm very confused and maybe disappointed because we wanted Volstaning Nodt and we only get it in the Soul Bomb. If the character could transform, it would have made it acceptable because then he would have that unique mechanic that they returned. Like the friendly +3 in Guild Quest, at this point I could care less about. I more so care about the fact that it's not Nodt in his Volstaning. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, if this was our first Nodt in game, it would have been okay, maybe, I don't know. But one thing I can already tell right now, what people aren't really going to talk about is that, you know, his damage output might not seem anything super crazy. At least in the context of Guild Quest, right? At least in the context of Guild Quest, because the character doesn't have any Berserker. Remember, he does have Weakening Plus, and he also does have 3 ways to debuff the enemy. That's going to be quite noteworthy. So I think in Guild Quest content, he is going to surprise us, because for 3 of the 5 waves, basically wave 3 onwards, you are going to debuff the enemies, you're going to apply Weakening, and let your team do significantly more damage. I believe the SA2 debuff is like a 33% defense decrease. His EX move is a 50% defense decrease. It also lowers their attack, but that doesn't matter. And then obviously the Soul Bomb is going to hit like an absolute truck, because that's going to lower their defense by 80%. So again, on paper, the character might not look like he's going to be hitting very hard. But when you take into account that the character can apply Weakening and also debuff in 3 different ways, which mind you, I'm pretty sure they stack. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure his second strong attack, maybe even the EX, will stack with the Soul Bomb. So this character's damage output, it's there. It's definitely there. And remember, he does have the 20% damage at full stamina. So that's going to be good with his SA3. And nowadays, in terms of what you use for your character's build, you are going to be using the 5-star plus Quincy's badge. So like I said, at first glance, you know, it might be a bit weird that he doesn't have any Berserker. And I definitely would have preferred if he had Berserker. And if there was one thing I would have changed, maybe I would have changed the Guild Quest skills, right? Because this killer effect and also melee damage effects, you know, let's get rid of that. Let's get instead 100% more damage to weakened enemies. Instead of the killer effect, let's get the Berserker at 60% or something like that. So this character definitely got a better skills, but again, on first reaction, I thought the character wasn't strong enough. But when you take in effect the weakening and also the debuff effects, which also let your team hit significantly harder, I think this character is going to be quite impressive in Guild Quest content. But again, for me, I'm just a bit confused here on why he isn't in his Tartasaurus transformation. Are Caleb milking this character? Are we going to get another Tartasaurus Nodt in the future? I would hope so. At this point, I'd welcome it. But if this is the last canon Nodt we get, that's going to be kind of disappointing. But there's no reason why Tartasaurus Nodt in general isn't playable. So maybe Caleb have plans to make a new Nodt. Maybe I'm coping. I don't know. I think overall the banner's fine, and I do like the filler pool too. It's just Nodt that I wish was just more powerful. That's basically about it. But in the comments below, let me know what you like to think of these characters. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.